Buenos dias, everyone. This is Irv Spanish, and I've got another great, easy lesson to go ahead and implement in your second language classes. It is called La Comida, and it is a simulation that we worked on in La Clase de Español Uno, so just Spanish 1. You'll notice the only building that I started off with was a base for myself and a spawn point, which should be around here. So there it is, the spawn point there. And basically, I created this base real quickly using the Minecraft EDU building tools. And then I just called it La Casa de Don Glenn. And I put up a couple signs about one of the main rules in the actual game. It says, Impuesto dos panes por día, which means the tax that the students have to pay each of the days. And you'll notice there's 2 pieces of bread above each one of these chests, which they're supposed to place their bread tax into. So what's this whole simulation about? What's this taxes about? Let's show you the simulation rules here. So here's the scenario. Your group of nomads and your leader is Don Glenn has decided that the land you appear on in Minecraft is a perfect place to start a province. So this is all in Clase de Español Uno. Here's the scenario to set it up. He's decided to call the province Vegelandia, which speaks to the group's tradition of only eating fruits and vegetables, right? So here's your mission. Don Glenn is giving you permission to create towns in Vegelandia. So they get into groups and we create little working towns. And it says develop a functioning town with your fellow nomads or by yourself. I also put that because there's some kids who just like to play that by themselves. And then your town must have the following requirements. So there's a security wall, right? This is asking them to go ahead and work together and then collaborate to be able to do this. There needs to be some housing. They need to go in and pull access to water to their village to make it realistic. And then, of course, the farming part is the most important because this is Vegelandia. So as they go through, basically the rules are Don Glenn only speaks in Espanol, right? So if you want to trade or barter with him, you must ask him questions in Espanol. Of course, the students can only speak Espanol to each other, so that creates another dynamic there too, so that they have to communicate with each other in Espanol, either vocally out loud or through the chat. They have to put up signs all over their town, label crops, their homes, the water, everything that they can think of that they actually know the words to, or they can go look up words to if they want. And then here we go, we have to pay a daily tax to Don Glenn. So that gives them an incentive to go ahead and start farming right away and basically create as big of a farm as they possibly can. So we have some trading rules here. We have 4 loaves of bread. I can trade them for seeds of their choice. 4 loaves of bread, they can trade me for bone meal, which can make their crops grow faster, and so on and so forth. You can see some of the other rules here. I'll share this in a Google Doc with you guys so that you can go ahead and copy it and manipulate it in any way you guys want. How do you win? Basically 2 things. You create a farm that produces 48 loaves of bread per day, which the students had a great time doing. And then, of course, número 2, communicate in Espanol. So they're communicating in Espanol to buy and sell supplies to me. As they go through each of the days, and we might call them Minecraft days, okay, which are about 20 minutes each, they take pictures as they go through and work, and they're taking screenshots, and they're putting together basically a little portfolio PowerPoint of what they did each of the different days, so that they have accountability as far as personal accountability themselves. Plus, they can go back and see kind of where did they start off. As you look at this world, it's really just basically, I just started a new world and it's just an empty world. And by the end, there's towns and villages all around this entire place. Some people go really, really far out there and they bring water sources to themselves. And it's really, really cool to see the work that they put into it and how they work together also. So let me go back to my presentation here. And then in the end, here we go, communicating with Don Glenn. I have some phrases that they need to start off with. These are things that we were working on in class anyway. Things like necesito, I need something, or Don Glenn, te doy bla para bla. So this is a way of bartering. I'll give you this for this other thing. Or how about a question like ¿Cuántos panes para? How many breads for? And then they could ask me for any type of item. Some of them wanted things like diamonds and things to be able to create cool or really awesome tools. And then, so I just basically bartered with them. Here's some other helpful vocab. And then they created, because this was an actual Google Doc, let me show you the Google Doc. Here we go. A working document. They would tell me any other words that they would actually need as far as within the vocabulary themselves. And we ended up building quite a list of vocabulary for this activity. Cool. So it's super easy to start this. You just need to basically start a new world. I can get back here, there we go. New world, create a building as a home base so that they know they have to come back here each day. And then they put in their 2 bread tax in here. And of course, there's a penalty of interest if they can't put their tax in there. They take a picture each time they come in. They talk to me by chatting here like, hola, Don Glenn, in the chat. And they know that. And they communicate with each other in Espanol also. It's a super easy, cool way to use survival mode. It really gets them highly interested. They work together. That's all I can say about it. Bueno, if you have any questions, send me an email. Adios, hasta la vista.